Hey guys, so it is 10 to 12 on Monday and I haven't actually filmed anything yet because I'm at Dad's. You can probably tell from the background. It's been one of those mornings. I've been moving money about, paying stuff off, which is fine because I need to put money on cards, giving Dad money that I borrowed from him for fuel, and then yeah, Nathan's not in school because football. I was gonna try and get some computer work done, but that's not happening because we now need to go get Nathan more shoes, and so that's more important. I can do the stuff later. I have sausages in the oven. I have also just got off the phone with my doctor about the anxiety and the anxiety attacks I keep having about the dentist and just life in general. So he's given me, he's writing a prescription for me to have some medication, a note from my dentist so I can get a referral to see someone who's a specialist dentist for anxiety patients, and then I'm also getting in contact with like mindfulness and stuff, people like that. So lots of steps to be taken. Yeah. Tired. We watched the game. Sorry. And I ended up lying in bed till like midnight because by the time I got Nathan to bed and then moved all my computer stuff to the side, because while watching the game, I exported a video the best I could. Yeah. And then obviously I went and brushed my teeth, etc. So it's been one of those. Anyway, I'm going to get stuff ready and wait for the parents and then little brother to get back from the walk they did in Bulwell, and I will see you when we go shopping.
Early the next morning.
Good morning, guys. So it is coming up 22:09, which is dead center of when we're actually supposed to leave for school to get us there and not do bad a time. It's also Tuesday, so I get to go to Dad's today. Nathan's hoping for his music. I am trying out the new pad thing, the sticky pad that I got to drive and vlog with. Yeah. I'm actually gonna turn you guys around and no, I'm not, because I have footage of that. So I thought I would show you kind of a little bit of the morning, particularly on a Tuesday morning when I am heading back to Dad's, because as a carer my time is split pretty unevenly, but as well as possible. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Oh, so I'm back at Dad's. just popped up. It's 20 to 10. I need to eat something. I need to edit. I want to go to the gym as well, if I can find the energy to get changed. Yeah. I actually don't have too much with me. I did forget one thing, but it's not super important. It's a tree branch. I was like, there's like a weird thing attached to the fence and it's a tree branch. I originally thought it was a bird, but it's definitely a tree branch. Anyway, let's go inside so I can eat and get a drink.
3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
It is a few hours later. I spent some time with my dad before he went to go see my mom and Nathan. I have considered it for a little while, and I know I always said I would only talk about my mental health when I was in a good place with it and I was comfortable and I had something to share. And over the last sort of 24 hours since telling you I spoke to my doctor, I have considered it, and even though this is difficult and I know family and friends watch it, I thought I would share sort of what got me to the point of asking for help again, because it'll be good for me to see in the future to see how far I've come, but I think it'll also hopefully be helpful to another carer out there who may be in a similar spot to me, who feels anxious and depressed and really alone, because when you are getting carer's allowance, you are the family carer, everybody just presumes you can do it all and you're invincible, whether that be physically and mentally, emotionally, and it is a lonely place to be in because sometimes family just doesn't try and sometimes friends struggle to understand, and so they help the best they can, but that's not always helpful. And this is not, me saying family and friends have made me how I am. That isn't at all what's happening. So around Christmas I went to the dentist, and that was the first time I noticed anxiety symptoms. I've never been keen on the dentist, so I don't think anyone likes the dentist, but we're talking like freak out, panic, not like the dentist. And to be fair, I had a hard time having teeth removed for braces that I had. My dad was there, my dad was able to be in the room, and so it didn't necessarily panic me as much as I thought it would. Now with COVID, it did freak me out, and I was worried about my mom because, she's in the high risk category. My dad's turned 50 this year, he's entered the high risk, but now they've been vaccinated, which I know is a whole controversial subject. I'm getting vaccinated, I'm due my second dose soon. I appreciate if you want to leave a comment down below about the vaccines, etc., but please be respectful. Don't go attacking each other about whether you're being vaccinated or not. I'm personally not an anti-vaxxer. I don't agree with the whole anti-vaxxer thing, particularly with one of the vaccines causing autism, which has been disproven. It's just a whole thing that I'm not willing to get into right now. But you know, now they've been fully vaccinated, my grandparents are fully vaccinated, I feel better about COVID and I'm less freaked out about it. It'd be nice to see my granddad. I've seen my grandma, but I haven't actually yet seen my granddad, so hopefully we can do that soon. But back to the story. I went to the dentist just before Christmas, and sadly the guy that I got, who was lovely, but even though I updated my medical forms, said I was really anxious, I was diagnosed with anxiety, I'm a nervous person when it comes to the dentist, he was not accommodating. And when he told me I needed to come back for a filling, which was fine and normally would be fine and wouldn't make me anxious, because I could only book with him at the time, it left me having another mini anxiety attack. So what I didn't share in the video, I'll leave the Vlogmas date actually up above and down below for you guys, is I cut off talking to you guys and had a 20-minute anxiety attack where I was having to verbally remind myself to breathe and to wipe the tears away, and it was going to be fine and I was going to be okay. Nothing was going to happen. And it was hard, and people walking past my car must have thought I was nuts. And I wouldn't blame them for thinking it. So when I had to book that appointment, it left me nervous and anxious, and I thought I was okay. I managed to get back here. Dad turned up, I filled him in, and I ended up sobbing. Freaking out, sobbing, to the point where Dad had to talk me down from an edge that I was on. And thank God he did, because I don't know what I would have done if I'd been on that edge for as long as up till that appointment. I ended up having to cancel that appointment due to something else. And when I was able to rebook it recently, I got a different lady. She was lovely. We did some x-rays and she wants me to get a couple more x-rays just to check some nerve positioning and stuff. But because I'm such an anxious person, she took in my anxiety, she let me explain everything. She decided that getting a note from my doctor would mean best that I go to a specialist dentist who works with anxious and nervous patients, where I can get treatment there and they will decide what's the best course of action for me, whether I have to be sedated during treatments or whatever. So which will mean Dad will probably end up coming to the dentist with me again, which is fine because I prefer having somebody there to remind me of questions that I had, or because that's another part of my anxiety. I tend to forget if there's questions that I have. But just the week before that, we actually had a holiday, and I have that also, that video, which will be linked in the iCard and down below. You will see in that video I am anxious and I'm upset and I'm frustrated at little things and big things, thanks to the holiday park we were at. But editing that back was really hard. There's actually a clip where I say I'm bored, and that's not what I meant at all, but I just didn't have the energy mentally to correct myself. And you can see that I'm upset and anxious, and seeing that back was hard. I mean, there were a couple of minutes where I laughed, and you can see Nathan laughing and things like that, which was really nice, but it's just hard to see yourself like that. And then having the dentist appointment straight after the holiday and having an anxiety attack before even going in again was sort of the straw that broke the camel's back, and I realised I needed to speak to someone. So after deciding that, going to this dentist appointment where she said, if I can get this note from your doctor I can refer you, I made the decision I was going to ring my doctor, and he couldn't ring me back till Monday, which was fine. And we talked about it, and I told him everything about how it was in 2019, and when COVID hit, we were all in one space, and life was easy, and I thought I was doing better. And so, because I was having a hard time getting a hold of the doctor, I just stopped. Which, if you're on medication for anxiety, depression, any sort of medication like that isn't life-changing medication, life-saving medication even, please don't just stop it. Please go see your doctor. Please make sure you're getting your prescriptions and you're coming off it the way you're supposed to. Don't do what I did and just stop. Because even though for a year I was okay, in the long run I wasn't. So that happened, and he was lovely, and we talked about it, and he gave me some numbers and an app and a website I can check out to help me maintain my mental health and be in a better place. He's also wrote me a note to say I'm being treated for my anxiety, for my dentist, so that she can treat me, and also with like what I'm on, so, and the amount I'm on, so the dentist knows, just, for obvious reasons. I've withdrew from my friends and my family. I haven't really spoken to anyone outside my immediate circle of me, my mom, and Nathan, my friend Amy, an old friend from where I used to live and grow up, and then like the odd communication with my friend Katie, who I hate withdrawing from because she's really sweet, and she's gonna see this and instantly message me and be like, hey, talk to me. It's just, this is hard, and I withdraw because I don't want to be a burden. My dad understands my emotions, he gets my headspace, and that sounds awful, doesn't it? Because my grandparents and my uncle and my mom should understand, but they don't. They don't get what it's like to live like this, to live in this circle. Whereas I guess my dad does, because he's lived in a self-doubt circle for so long, where he has really good times and really low times, and we are very similar like that. And we're very similar in how to talk us down from situations, so I think that helps also. So because I'm usually the one who talks him down from his emotional edge, he can flip that and be the person for me. I hate crying. And I know there are people out there who say, oh, well, she's talking about her mental health and she's crying on camera because it gets her attention, but that's not the case. And I also know people are going to say, well, she's looking away from the camera, so she's lying. No, I find this really hard to talk about. And I'm only talking about it because I hope it helps someone. I think there needs to be more out there on mental health, and more out there for carers who aren't a carer in a care home or a hospital, or someone who stays at home and helps their family, who has to take the brunt and do the hard work, because I'm alone doing that here. It's just me. Now, don't get me wrong, my dad helps a lot with my little brother and my mom, but when he's having a really hard time, it falls to me. It's just me, and there's 3 of them. There's been a lot of tears recently. A lot of tears where I sit and cry when I'm on my own. I will link the playlist for the mental health videos I have already up above and down below for you guys. And hopefully we can go on this little journey together. I will try and be more honest and comfortable talking to the camera about this. But it is going to take me some time. Anyway, I watched Black Widow the other day on Happier Notes in the cinema. I go every Saturday. It's like my little me time. It's the one thing I do for me. And it's kind of got me on a Black Widow kind of pump thing. So I'm going to go watch them all. So I'm starting with Iron Man 2. And then I will move on to, so it's Iron Man 2, then Avengers, Captain America, Avengers Age of Ultron, Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame. Okay, I'm starting with Legends. Anyway, I'll speak to you guys in a bit.
Later that same evening.
And I'm actually pretty proud of myself. I managed to get 3 videos uploaded. One is actually being processed. Oh no, I lie. I have 3 videos uploaded, 2 of which I got uploaded today because I had to re-upload one that I hadn't quite realised I hadn't quite finished. So, oh, no, it is definitely 3 videos today. I just haven't uploaded one yet. So I need to schedule that one. I currently have 3 videos scheduled. One is going out tomorrow, one is going out on Sunday, one is going out next Wednesday, and I need to poop. I need to upload one more video and then I'm done with editing and uploading, etc. I'm actually on my 4th, 5th Avenger movie. I also need to take this footage and put it across into my other onto my hard drive. I also need to look for another hard drive because it seems my editing software, not my editing. My editing hard drive is starting to get full, which is not a good thing. Well, it is a good thing, but alright, I'm gonna have to sort this out because Dad seems to be freaking out. So I'll talk to you guys once